Good morning, friends. It is 4:55 a.m. Normally, you would never find me awake at this time willingly, ever. So, I've been having really bad insomnia lately, so that's part of why I'm up. Second reason is because I noticed that our refrigerator, I mean, you know what a refrigerator looks like, but our refrigerator, I am going to put you on a shelf so I don't have to hold this up, had been not so cold. Let me find a good height for you. There we go, maybe. It had not been very cold, and so when Will woke up for work this morning, I was like, we might need a new refrigerator. I don't like where this is at. And so, anyway, that led to some Googling and trying to troubleshoot the fridge this morning, and that's part of why I'm up. So we ended up unplugging it, and it's gonna focus back here because there's all sorts of fun things to focus on. We ended up unplugging it for 3 minutes, plugging it back in, and now it seems, focus. It seems, I'm gonna dance for you, to be getting cold again. I give up, it's just gonna be one of those days. So, all of that interruption say it seems to be getting cold again, so cross your fingers. So when we moved here in the summer, I had to put the, like, things were freezing at the back of the fridge. So I remember actually setting the fridge temperature to 5. It only goes up to 9. And as of yesterday, when we noticed that things were not as cold as they should have been, I bumped it up to 7, and it still wasn't doing anything. So anyway, we did the hard reset, which is just unplugging it for 3 minutes, and hopefully that fixed it, because we really don't want to have to buy a new fridge right now. We would love a new fridge, don't get us wrong. I'm not loving this side-by-side style, but now is not the time, especially since we are doing a no-spend January. Today is January 4th, so it wouldn't be great to have to buy a new fridge 4 days into a no-spend month. But, ouch, something itchy on my leg. Struggling over here. I thought I would just start vlogging today since I'm up. I don't know that I'll be going back to bed. I might take a nap in a little bit. Will's texting me. I'm getting stuff out to make banana bread. I'll probably make 2 loaves of banana bread and take 1 loaf with me tonight. I have an AHG leadership meeting tonight at my friend Lauren's house. So I think I'm gonna take a loaf with me. I also started the crock pot, or I meal prepped the crock pot meal last night for today. I had cut up, I'm making a potato and like hamburger soup. So I just chopped up a few sweet potatoes, 2 onions, some russet potatoes. I threw some celery in there, a bag of frozen peas, and a can of crushed tomatoes, and then 2 containers, almost 2 containers of beef broth. So that, and I seasoned it and put a few bay leaves in it. So that's, I just started that on low because again, it's 5 a.m. So, but that'll, oh, and carrots. So hopefully that'll allow it time to really soften the harder root vegetables. And then I just need to fry up a pound of hamburger and throw that in with it. So that's the plan there. I'm also going to make some just Jiffy cornbread or corn muffin. Yeah, gonna make a cornbread thing to go with it. What else was I saying? No spend month. So we're doing a no spend January with a lot of our friends and just some people online. One of my local friends here started a group on Facebook for it, and then I think the last, like I looked, it had just over 100 members. So, and not all of them are local. So we are doing that. For our no spend rules, sometimes different people do it differently. We are doing no like unnecessary spending, hopefully. We do have a few gift cards that we can use on things, and that doesn't count against us. Like Alice and I both have a Starbucks gift card. Will has a Home Depot gift card from Christmas. And then we had a Visa gift card, which we've used a few times over the last few days to purchase a few things that weren't like planned for. And then we are doing, hopefully we're gonna eat through like the pantry and freezer and stuff and just do fill-in grocery hauls or as needed. Hopefully $50 or less a week this month. So last month we had spent like over $700 on groceries, and we weren't even here for a week. So really need to rein that in. I know grocery price, everything's gone up, but I still feel like I could be doing way better with keeping that under control as a family of 4. So gonna work through what we have and then hopefully spend 50 or less on groceries. What were the other? We're not doing any like paid activities, so there's a few field trips this month with our homeschool group for a few different like plays at the children's theater, and we're opting out of those just because it'd be great to go, but also it's not like a deal breaker for us if we don't. But that'll save us, like, even though we get discounted prices on the tickets, it'll still save us like between $20 and $25 per show for the kids and I to go to that, plus parking downtown. So that'll save us like $50 just this month. Yeah, and so we're just kind of supporting each other in the Facebook group. I can leave a link to it down below. I'm sure she wouldn't mind if people joined it. She had asked us to add friends and stuff, so if you truly are wanting to, or are already taking place in a no-spend January, I'll leave the Facebook group link down below, and you can request to join it. Yeah, so I'm gonna gather my thoughts, and because I kind of just picked this up thinking if I pick it up now, start talking, then I'll vlog. So I'm gonna gather, oh, I have to introduce you to someone today. I'm not gonna do it quite yet. Let me go put on a hoodie and we'll chat some more. Alrighty, I don't remember what I was gonna, I said I was gonna go get a hoodie and then finish talking. I don't remember what it was I was going to be talking to you about. I guess I'll just give a few updates on a few things. Part of the reason I'm probably not remembering is because my brain fog is horrible right now. So quick health update. I don't remember the last that I talked about my health. I am taking Tremfya injections. My insurance finally stopped giving me the runaround and approved them. I saw my rheumatologist 2 days ago, and we're going to continue the Tremfya. It is not up to like full therapeutic dosage yet in my body, so I haven't seen as much relief from my back pain as we're looking for quite yet. So that one is used for, well, I've got multiple autoimmune, but we're hoping that that one's going to help combat the arthritis in my spine. So praying that my next dose will hopefully make me feel a little bit more human. I have been really fatigued, and the pain, the arthritic type pain in my spine and just overall in my body has been not the best. So the last few months I've just not really been myself. That's kind of part of why I wasn't vlogging through November and December much. I just did not have it in me. So saw the rheumatologist, like I said, so we're going to continue the Tremfya. She sent me down for a spinal x-ray because the last x-ray I had on my spine was in 2018. So we got updated x-ray to see if there's any fusing of the spine, because that's what ankylosing spondylitis can cause, the fusing of the spine. So we're hoping that that's not happening, but we'll know more once the results come back. And then I also had blood work done, just my standard blood work. I get typically every 6 months, but right now it's been more frequent because if you recall, back in September, I had an allergic reaction to Plaquenil, and I had ended up in the ER, and a lot of my, white blood cell count and my liver enzymes and stuff were really elevated. So she had sent me to the hematologist to get more specialized blood work done. Everything came back fine. My numbers are slowly coming back down to normal after the whole Plaquenil debacle. But, so yeah, that's, excuse me, kind of where we're sitting health-wise. I'm ready to feel like my normal baseline again. And it's been a while. So I typically, with the ankylosing spondylitis, I usually start my night of sleep in bed, but usually 2 to 3 hours after laying flat in bed, I have to move out to the recliner because my spine just starts seizing up. So that's no fun, but I'm alive, so there's that. Things could be worse. What else? You may have seen on Instagram, if you do follow us over on Instagram, that the kids' hamster, Callie, passed away on Christmas Eve. So we were actually in Michigan visiting both sides of our family. Will was on vacation for the holidays. So we were in Michigan. We went and saw my family first for about 2.5 days, and then we stayed with his family for 2.5 days. And our hamster was in the care of one of my very best friends. And Callie had been not acting quite, like something was off before we even left. So we had a feeling that she probably was in a steady decline. And so I told my friend Kaylin, I was like, you know, if she dies while we're gone, like, she was like, I just don't want you guys to like blame me or anything. It's like, of course not. We would much rather her have like the love and attention from someone that we know also loves animals while we're gone. All that to say, Kaylin texted me on Christmas Eve morning and said, you know, I just woke up, I checked on Callie, she's doing okay. And then a little bit later she texted back and she was like, she's breathing funny and she's really, really cold. So she had cuddled her and kind of held her, and she was holding her when Callie took her last breath. So the kids, understandably, were devastated. This is the second hamster. Oh, you just startled the crud out of me. Oh, Jackson. Oh, you just scared me so bad.
I were talking to Alice and I heard you
no,
talking about Callie.
just
like,
vlogging. 6 a.m. Don't know why my child is up at this time. Hold on. My heart rate, that adrenaline dump just made me nauseous. I look over and he's just looking around the corner and he's waving. Didn't hear him come out of his room. Yeah, I get startled very easily. You can ask all of them. They startle me daily, like not even on purpose. Like there's no good way to walk up on Mama, is there? There's just like,
yeah, I think I like walked up the basement stairs and like touched her shoulder.
Yeah, that scared the crap
and then
out of me
she
too.
just
Yeah. So anyway, whew. A cookie at 6 a.m. What life are we even living right now? I don't even know what's happening. Where was I, Callie? What was I saying? Where was I at in my story, Jack, when you gave me my heart attack?
final breath.
Yeah, so all that to say, oh, that's the second hamster that has died while we were out of state. Their first hamster, Ted, died with Will here at home, and the kids and I had been in Michigan for my grandfather's funeral, and so they weren't here for either of their hamsters. Anyway, that was our Christmas Eve. We came home from Michigan, we picked up Callie, we brought her home and we buried her in the backyard. So Alice is glad that she at least has her kind of like close. She was a very loved hamster. And then I haven't told them we need to introduce them to Ozzy. I haven't even told them what Ozzy is yet. So
I was about to say, have you introduced them to our...
No. So Christmas Eve was when Callie passed away. We actually celebrated our family Christmas on Christmas Eve because I was like, would it cheer you guys up if we did Christmas tonight? And then we got to, you know, just have a slow and easy Christmas morning. And at first Alice didn't want to, and then she was like, you know what, yeah, let's do it. So we did our Christmas, just the four of us here at home on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, not Christmas Day, sorry. Yeah, Christmas Day, we just kind of had a slow and easy day. I made a cinnamon roll casserole for brunch, and then we had breakfast burritos for dinner, and that's kind of our, that's been our tradition the past few years. And then Daddy mentioned getting a new pet, and he had done some research, and instead of just getting another hamster, which we had all the supplies for and all of the knowledge of taking care of a hamster on and off over the past multiple years, he decided that getting a leopard gecko would be a good idea. So this is Ozzy. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. We've been calling him a he. It's only 2 months old roughly, and it can be hard to tell their gender until they're like between 6 and 8 months old, is from what I knew, or what I know and what I've learned. And before I get hate about the cage setup, we are going to be working on it. This is what we have right now. We have some other supplies coming as far as like greenery and climbing stuff. And I know that reptile carpet is not the best substrate to have in the cage. So we also need to figure something out with that. But did you want to say anything? Oh, hello, I've zoomed in. Do you want to say anything about them, or how has it been having a reptile instead of a mammal?
Still kind of sad that we can't pet it.
Yeah.
Well, we can pet it, it's just that it just kind of
Jackson got to touch him a little bit last night. We've only had him about 11 days, so he's still kind of skittish. Or was it? Okay, yeah, so maybe.
8. Daddy actually managed to hold him.
Yeah, a little bit.
He had it open from both sides, crawled up this corner here, and then it just kind of, his head was probably about right here on his finger and his hand, just kind of holding it near his little bed.
So these lights, we have a warming light and a UV light, and those come on, they're on a schedule, on a timer, so they come on at 9 a.m. and they turn off at 9 p.m. So that's why I was like, it's only 6 a.m. right now, so those don't come on for a while. And we have to feed him
about every day
bugs. So they are fed daily for their first 6 months, and then every other day from age 6 months to a year, and then about once or like 1 to 2 times a week once they're a year older.
6 months daily, 6 to 12 months every other day, 12 plus months, 1 to 2 times per week.
Yeah, so we've got some notes and stuff. So what I didn't know when I became a caregiver for a gecko is that we were also becoming caregivers for all sorts of insects. So what kind of bugs did we buy off the internet and have in our care now that we have to feed and monitor?
A lot of stuff.
What types? What do we feed them?
Mealworms, dubia roaches, crickets, black fly larvae.
Black soldier fly larvae, yeah.
And then
superworms. We have some superworms.
Wait, do we?
Yeah, that's these ones right here are superworms.
Oh,
they look like mealworms. No, they came in when we got the dubia roaches and stuff. So anyway.
So aren't my gloves and stuff supposed to be here today?
Today, yes. And you can talk about that in a second if you want. Well, maybe not. I don't want to talk. Yeah, maybe not. Because I posted a video of you doing your balisong tricks, and I got a warning because it went against their safety guidelines in children. So anyway, so this is Ozzy. We hand feed him with tweezers. We pick up the bugs and we dunk them in calcium powder, and we feed him like the little tiny baby that he is. However, last night we did put a few mealworms and black soldier fly larvae in his food dish back here. And he ate most of them. I don't know if it's gonna, yeah. So he ate most of them at some point. So now we know that he can at least seek out, they're hunters by nature, but where he was born like in a pet store, he hasn't really been in nature. So we weren't sure if he would hunt them. Okay, I've been rambling now for a while, so,
Banana bread.
Yeah, do you wanna help me make banana bread later? Probably not, huh?
Maybe.
He is almost as tall as me. Very close. We're getting there. Oh. Are you going back to bed? It's early, I know. So anyway, that's where we're at in the day. It's still very early. I might still nap as well. We also need to take the Christmas tree down today. I got around to taking all the other decorations down the other day, and then just have not had the energy to disassemble the Christmas tree, which really it's the kids that do it. They take the ornaments down and stuff, and then Will packs the tree away, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll get around to that today, hopefully. And then this evening, like I said, I have an AHG leader meeting, so I will be out of the house this evening for a few hours. And then today is technically Will's Friday, so he has the next 2 days off, so that'll be nice. He just went back to work on Monday after having 2 weeks off for Christmas. So it's been that whole like easing back into reality for all of us, really. We tried to kind of ease back into school this week. So Monday we did really well. We started a new unit study through Gather Around Homeschool. We're doing their life skills one. So we started that, and then Tuesday we had appointments. We were out of the house, and by the time we got home it was almost 4 p.m. Like we left the house at 11:30, and Jackson had an appointment. And then we had a little bit of time to kill between his appointment, and then I saw the rheumatologist, and then I had my x-rays and my blood draw. And then by the time we got home and everything, it was like 3:30-ish, and I had to get dinner started. So we just did not do like sit down school that day. Alice, however, had spent all day that day doing perler bead art, and Jackson was playing Hunter Call of the Wild on Xbox. It's a hunting game that he has really enjoyed. What he was asking me about earlier is that he got his first BB gun. It's a BB/pellet gun, both from Will's dad, so from Grandpa for Christmas. And so he ordered a scope and a set of like shooting gloves, like, and camo hat and like head scarf type thing, like the face, I don't know what it's called. So he ordered that with some of his Christmas money, and that's gonna be here today from Amazon. Alright, 2 loaves of banana bread. I think the oven just finished preheating. And I use this recipe. The website is sallysbakingaddiction.com. And I love this recipe. The only thing that's really different about it is that it has either yogurt or sour cream in it. So a 1/3 cup of plain yogurt or sour cream added. And for some reason, this recipe is just really delicious. So this is the one we keep going back to. Good afternoon, sister. Oh, you're spraying all over the place. So tell them what you are doing at the moment.
Fixing the cage and like just like doing the food, water.
So what do you mean doing the food? Because he eats at night.
There was dead bugs in there, like from last night.
Mm-hmm.
We just got these things yesterday.
So you dumped out the dead bugs and rinsed out the food one. This one is the food container. And then the water is this one.
Then I was missing humid.
And why are you missing it?
Because the humid hide helps them for when they're shedding.
Yes. So unlike other reptiles, their whole terrarium doesn't need to be humid and moist, but they do need to have a spot where they can go in when they are shedding and if they are wanting some moisture, right? What?
I want to show them my perler beads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mentioned that you had been working on perler beads the other day and did a lot of them. All right, so she's lining them up from biggest to smallest. You want to put your hand next to, what is that first one?
Baby.
Yeah, Circus Baby. Most of these, or all of them, are Five Nights at Freddy's characters. Alice, can you put your hand there? So show them in size. So these are some pretty big perler bead sets. The biggest one she's ever made, actually. So she has been working on them. The one day she worked on them literally all day. Oh, your ducky one right there. He looks like he has muscles. Chica, ducky, something.
Chicken.
Which is your favorite? Oh, you made a little cupcake? Oh, is that the cupcake that Chica eats? Holds? That cupcake down at the end, all the way to the right.
That's a hat.
Nope, the third.
That's
is that
an
ice cream? Oh, okay.
For Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. So she's a little bit obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's stuff right now. She doesn't really play the game. We did watch a little bit, but we watched the movie as a family, and it was not as bad as we thought it was going to be. Even Will and I somewhat enjoyed it. Which one of these are your favorite?
I like the Circus Baby.
Yeah, that one right there. The first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you want to show them? She had an LOL doll, and she repainted it to look like Circus Baby. And she did a really good job on it. She did pretty good on it. So she can like repurpose LOL dolls. Because you have another one that you're painting too, aren't you?
To be Ballora.
Ballora? I don't even know what any of these names are.
It's a ballerina.
Now Alice is going to make some delicious pumpkin chocolate chip bars. She has made these before and they are indeed delicious. So she made them once and I took them to an AHG meeting, which is what I'm going to tonight. And she was like, I didn't even get to try them. And I said that I would bring some home for you. And I didn't because everybody ate them. They were that good. And then we also made it for Friendsgiving. And they were also popular hit. What are you doing? Okay, so she's gonna make these. I've got the banana bread in the oven. It is currently, it's not 350. That's the temperature of the oven. Is it 320?
Almost.
320.
In a separate bowl, cream, butter, and sugar until light and fluffy. Add egg and vanilla to mixture. Mix well, and then beat in pumpkin.
Okay, so we're gonna do the wet ingredients in here. So Jackson's package came in from Amazon. This is the camo gear he ordered. He is not yet going hunting. He's like, but it's better to be prepared, right? So he got the shooting gun, or shooting gloves, and showed them what makes them a shooting glove, because I did not know before this. Yeah, trigger finger. Yeah. So again, he just has a BB gun, but he's been practicing out back, and he's a pretty good aim. And then you got the camo hat and the face warmer, right? Okay, bye.
4x15.
This girl is licking the beater. And you're what?
4x15.
Yeah, scope. So, probably one of the best gifts you've gotten, huh? Your BB gun, pretty cool.
My birthday is gonna be my Xbox.
Yeah. Never mind that super cool fancy ballad song your dad and I got you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hope the
You're
first.
silly. All right, so Alice, you need to quit your snack. We need to put the pumpkin bar batter in here. You almost made me drop it. This is my Pioneer Woman baking dish, and I love it. We opted to do white chocolate chips instead of regular chocolate chips, or Alice opted to, which is fine. This will go in after the banana bread, because this has to be baked at 325 and it's currently at 350. All right, friends, it is 11:17. I'm home from my meeting. Just cleaned up the kitchen from all of the cooking and everything earlier, and I'm gonna call it a day. So thank you for coming along today. Drop a comment. Don't forget, in the description box below is the link to the No Spend January Facebook group if you would like to join in on that. I am happy to say we spent $0 today. Zero monies spent today. So, although we did need a gallon of milk, and I completely forgot to ask Will to bring one on his way home from work, but that would have been an allowable expense anyway, because it falls within the $50 of groceries a week that I'm allowing us. Okay, so drop a comment, share some love, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Until next time, we will see you later. Bye. It's been a long day.